Money! We all like money. But there comes a time that one shall spend said money in microtransactions or gacha games. So why not spend your money when it's guaranteed to give you something in return? What? Crazy concept, I know. Well, with the NA anniversary right around the corner, one must ask oneself this question. Should I buy St. Quartz and pull on the GSSR banners? If you're watching this video, you probably already said yes. If you had this self-restraint to say no, why are you tempting yourself? Don't click off the video though. Just curious. The 7th anniversary is jam-packed with good value GSSR banners, and I'm here to tell y'all which ones are worth your money. Before I start, this is my opinion, yada yada, you can pull whichever you want, blah blah blah. If this is your first time hearing of the GSSR banner, it is a banner in FGO where you are guaranteed a 5-star servant if you pull on it. Of course, you have to pull using paid St. Quartz, in this case, 15 to be exact. This time around we have 20 banners separated by the years the servants came out and their classes. So let's get this started. Saber 1. This banner is half good, half decent. And compared to the other banners, I would not recommend pulling on this banner. It has Narrow Bride, Musashi, and Okita, which are very good single target sabers, but the others are pretty replaceable. So this is a no for me. Saber 2. Compared to the other Saber banner, this one, you don't actually lose. All servants here are good to very good. The highlights I would say is Okita Alter Summer, Muramasa, Charlemagne, and Ibuki. But with 7 servants rated up, if you are eyeing one particular servant, then you'll have a lower chance to get your target. So that lowers my rating of it a little. Still, it is a good banner, and yeah, you can pull on it if you don't have an SSR Saber. Archer 1. Archer 1. This one is an amazing banner. You have 4 servants, which is better odds to get what you want, and all of these servants are good. Ishtar and Gil are great buster farmers, and Archer, Artoria, and Moriarty are pretty good single target archers. Overall, a good pick. Archer 2, pretty much the same as the last one. 3 good servants that are on rate up. Super Orion is the best one, of course, but Sei and Jean are pretty good loopers, so you don't really lose on this one. So yeah, both Archer banners are good picks. Lancer 1. So yeah, not worth it. Okay, I might be a little too harsh on it. It has a good servant pool, but it is a pretty old pool of servants, where most if not all of these servants can be replaced pretty easily. Honestly, the other Lancer banner is way better. Alright, here we are, the Lancer 2, which is so much better than Lancer 1. Melusine is here, arguably the best farmer currently in NA, and 2 solid farmers in Ryoma and Romulus. So yeah, probably the second best banner in the GSSR in my opinion. Rider 1. Yeah, skip this. Not really worth rolling for. Rider 2. If you asked me like a couple months ago, I would have said no and proceeded to curb stomp you to the ground. But then the Constantinos buff came and now I'm the one getting curb stomped with buster buffs. Yeah, before the buff, possibly getting Constantinos here would have been devastating because the other servants are actually very good. 2 loopers and a support servant. Now with the buff, getting Constantinos wouldn't be a detriment anymore. You'll just have to wait 2 years for it though. Caster 1. This one is pretty risky. The one you'll probably want is either Scotty or Merlin, and don't get me wrong, the other servants are pretty good, but they are replaceable. Plus Scotty and Merlin have been out for so long, so you probably at least have one if you've been playing for like a couple years. So getting another copy of the one you have isn't really the best. Caster 2. This one is decent. The only servant that I would say is a lose is Murasaki. The other servants are all great, with Castoria being the best servant in the game currently, and the other 2 just being good in the respective niches. Assassin 1. I would skip on this one, personally. Mainly because the best servant here is King Hassan, and King Hassan isn't even the best single target assassin in the entire GSSR. So, Assassin 2. This one is a great pick for anyone who doesn't have Koyanskaya and or Kama. Getting Koyanskaya would be great here because it opens up a lot in your account, and Kama is just the best single target assassin here. It would hurt getting Semiramis here though, so you'll have to weigh your chances on this one. Berseker 1. A pretty good banner all in all, but I would skip on this one because of the possibility of getting Hijikata. I would recommend pulling on the other Berserker banner instead. Berserker 2. The best banner in the entire GSSR, hands down. You can't change my mind. Even if you have all of these servants, getting another copy of any of these servants can be account changing. If you don't have any of these servants, this is your chance because these servants are some of the best in their respective card types. X-True 1. 1. Another decent banner if you don't have any of these servants, because all of these servants are pretty damn good. But compared to the other banners, the servant pool is very old, because all of these servants are from year 1 to 2. The highlight of this banner is definitely Shelter because of the buff she got on JP. Extra 2. You only lose here if you get Arturia Ruler on this one. Arguably, Qinshi Wang is also a loss, since immortal teams are infinitely better than him if you already have the team set up. Getting the other servants is a win in my book. Even with her competition, Space Ishtar still holds up. Same with Nobu and Summer BB, with Summer BB having one of the best gimmicks in the entire game. Extra 3. Considering Moriarty Ruler is the weakest here, it's a pretty damn good banner. Since Moriarty Ruler is a pretty good servant in his own right, if I didn't have half of these servants here, I would consider this banner myself. Extra 4. I would skip on this one personally. I mean, most of these servants you don't really use frequently, with the exception of probably Melt. I know Hokusai can kinda loop, but if you're looking for a looper, then why not just go for the previous 2 extra banners with Summer Kama or Space Ishtar? Or even better, wait for Summer Ibuki this summer. Extra 5. Van Gogh carries this banner. If you want Van Gogh, I advise you not to pull on this. Since she's getting a banner later this year, you have a 1 in 5 chance to get Van Gogh. Not really the best of odds. Extra 6. This one is a you mostly win banner. You lose if you get Super Bunyan, but if you get Oberon, you are winning. And the other servants are very good too, like Doman, who pairs best with Van Gogh with their curse memes, or Bazette, who counters her way through fights. With the exception of a couple banners, all of these banners have some kind of risk. And if you're spending money to pull on one of these banners, you should weigh your chances on getting the servant you want. Or you can be like me and pull on the goated Berserker banner.